Welcome to the next step in the money brick road. Correct. Why correct? Because in the previous step, detect, Mark helps uncover the prospect's pain and shows them the cost of doing nothing. Correct is where the solution is introduced, where the product or service is demonstrated and the recommendation is made. What Mark is laying out here is more powerful than most sales trainings, and few people present it this sequentially. The reason is simple. A confused mind never buys. A clear mind always will. The goal is clarity, built feature by feature, using a formula Mark calls FBFF, feature, benefit, feeling, and future. Running every product feature through this four-part sequence puts a salesperson in the top 1% of their profession. Before the examples, it's worth noting where correct fits in the framework. Steps 1 through 3, connect, inspect, and detect, are the no-sell zone. Too many reps enter the sell zone too early. And that's exactly why the first 3 steps exist. Correct is step 4, and it's where selling begins. Here's the formula in action. Take a company that's been in business for 150 years. The feature, this is a 150-year-old institution. The benefit, the prospect never has to wonder whether the company will be there when they need it most. There will be a check waiting. The feeling, with love and respect for your family, in the unlikely event something were to ever occur, how would you feel knowing that money is one thing you wouldn't need to worry about? And the future, 10 years from now, if something were to happen, how would that feel? You simply allow them to answer. Through that sequence, a picture is painted of how the product solves the problem. Now take a second feature, a term policy that's automatically convertible to whole life at the end of the term, with no further health qualification required. The feature, this policy converts without proof of insurability. The benefit, even if health changes over the next 20 years, coverage remains available. The feeling, how would it feel knowing you're saving on premiums today but have the option of life insurance tomorrow, even if something happened to your health? And the future, 20 years from now, if someone receives a diagnosis and the term ends, how do you suppose that would impact your family? Feature, benefit, feeling, future. This applies to any product in any industry. List the features, run each one through the sequence, and the entire demonstration organizes itself. When a sale isn't closed, the customer is left vulnerable, either to an unscrupulous agent or to their own tendency to procrastinate a decision that matters. Mark holds the belief that no one can solve their problem better. When a sale is closed the right way, a family is protected from a future no one should have to face. Mark lost a dear friend during COVID. His wife had put life insurance on him 1 year prior. He was in his late 40s when they got the policy. He passed at 51. She had 3 children, a mortgage, kids in college and private school. Her husband had handled everything. She had none of those skills. The life insurance company sent a check for $850,000. She didn't have to change their lifestyle. 5 years later, she's starting her own business and back on her feet. She will never get her husband back. The whole family carries that loss. But imagine carrying that grief while also facing financial disaster. That's what this work prevents. See you in the next video.